Hey everybody, welcome back to the Straight Line podcast. My name is Jeremy Maartens and I'll be here with you today to discuss a few topics. First up, East Side Crits, event that happened last Sunday in Johannesburg, the 30th of July at Lords View Industrial Park. Now, if you live in the Gauteng area of South Africa, you would have known that Sunday morning winter came in strong. So it was very chilly out there, chilly and windy. But congratulations, well done to all the riders who came through and made the event what it was. The A category riders, there was close on 60 in that bunch. It's the biggest that we've had there. Now, a lot of you would have heard me say this. The whole reason why I'm driving hard on this is to bring back the culture of bike racing in South Africa. Now, when I saw all those riders in the start line, that made me happy. Goes to show that the guys want this, the buy-in is there, guys want to race their bikes. So let's make this happen. Right, let's talk about the details of the race. The A category, 12 laps, points race, sprint every 2 laps. First gets 3, second gets 2, third gets 1. Triple points for the last sprint. Winner gets 9, second place gets 6, and third place gets 3. With the direction that we used on the course and the wind, up the hard part of the race, up the drag on the backside, it was a strong headwind. So the group pretty much stayed together. But for the finish line where the sprints were, in a long downhill section with a roaring tailwind. So this pretty much ensured that most of the sprints were bunch sprints. With that, for the first 5 sprints, Gustav Basson proved to be the rider that was best suited for this. And going into the last lap, he was on 10 points. He's been the most consistent, chipping away at the points in the intermediate sprints. Eric Cross, I think he got 3rd place in the 2nd sprint, which put him on 1 point. And David Maria got 3rd place in the 4th sprint, which also put him on 1 point. However, going into the last sprint, Gustav Basson seemed to get his positioning slightly off, and he unfortunately missed out on any of the points. But what that did do was, a guy like Eric Cross, he came across the line first. That put him on 1 point plus 9 for the final sprint. That put him on 10 points overall. Gustav Basson was also on 10 points overall, but because Eric won the last sprint, he was declared the winner. David Maria, similar situation. He finished 2nd in the last bunch sprint, so that took him, he got 6 points there, so that took him from 1 point to 7 points overall. That placed him on 3rd. So, what this tells me is that with a treble points at the end, it pays for all the riders to not give up and not think, oh, well, I'm out the race. If you got a couple of points along the way and you can win the last sprint, you can win the overall race. So it keeps it closer, keeps it tight, keeps it exciting. Everyone's in with a shot to win it. Just a special congratulations to Eric. I've known Eric for a long time. I was privileged enough to work with him as a junior team a couple years ago. Learned a lot about him. Good kid, good work ethic. I think he's going to go far in the sport. Also, he broke his arm a few months ago. And he's had a slow, well, not so slow, but he's been on the comeback trail to pull off the win on Sunday. Well done. Good job, young man. Now, next up, the ladies' race. The ladies' race was a 8-lap points race, run in a similar format to what the men's was. 3-2-1 for the intermediate sprints. The last sprint gets 9-6-3. Carla Oberholzer from the Cycle Nation team, she drove up from Clarence on Saturday afternoon and she came here with a mission. On the first sprint, Lucy Young took the sprint and Carla was second just behind her. And then soon thereafter, Carla did what she does best, put the hammer down and she rode away. No one could catch her. She took the win. In the 3rd place was also another Cycle Nation lady, Lisa Ann Lowe. And then for me, the surprise package of the day, and I think this is a rider that's got all the skills, well, seems to have the engine and desire to do really well in this format of racing. Lucy Young. I spoke to her 2 days ago. Relatively new to the sport of bike racing, but not new to elite sports. Got show jumping. She's gone to very high level. Triathlon also to a very high international level. So she's making that transition over to road riding. Yeah. Well done, young. Well done. Just a side note, if I was running a ladies team, I would definitely reach out to her, see what her plans are. She's definitely got something good there. Next up to discuss is the B category. Now the B category is typically your master men, your under 17 boys, and a couple of the elite riders that are just not making the transition over just yet, but they want to come and race. So the B category, they raced an 8-lap scratch race. 8-lap scratch race, meaning no points, no intermediate sprints, no eliminations. It is just 8 laps of a 3.3k circuit. Their race was pretty hotly contended. If my memory serves me correctly, 25 riders started the race. 25 riders, that's a pretty solid group. Early on in the race, Massimo Guglielmi, hope I pronounced your name correctly, Mass, and Danny Vernacchio. So hope I pronounced your name correctly, Danny. Those two broke away and worked pretty well together. With a lap and a half to go, they had a gap of about 40 seconds. Massimo saw this was a good time to attack. He hit Danny, soloed away to the finish. So Massimo first, second place Danny Vernacchio, and then third place was a bit of a surprise, and a nice surprise, Jaden Gould. He's a youngster, been working hard the last couple of years. He had a bit of a stint on the track. Now he's trying to make the transition over to elite racing, and he managed to get a well-deserved third place on Sunday at the crit. Now, before I talk and go on the next topic, I'd like to say massive shout out and thank you to Accident Angels. Accident Angels has come on board recently as a title sponsor for the races. They are a medical company that if you are in trouble, find yourself in an accident on the side of the road, these are the people to help you get to the nearest hospital and help you with the medical bills. I will have a discussion with Trevor. He's the man behind Accident Angels in the next week or two, and he can elaborate a bit more. Then another one, probably for me, one of the coolest things I've seen in a while, the people at 450 Sports, they will be sponsoring a leaders yellow jersey for the winners of the A category and the ladies category after each event. 450 Sports, well done guys. Alex and his team, good job guys. Now, next topic I would like to discuss is ladies cycling, or more impertinently, local ladies cycling. Now, it's easy to sit here and throw stones and say, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to sit here and say, sure, we have points of concern and there are things that we can do to improve that. So, from my side, Eastside Crits, what are we doing? Ladies, especially young ladies, I'm looking at your under 13s, under 15s, under 17s, under 19s. Now, I know as a parent, I would not allow my daughter, who's 5 years old now, to go out on the road and train. No ways. And if you as a parent, your child says to you, Mommy or Daddy, I want to get involved in road cycling. I like the look of this. I see Ashley on TV. I want to be just like her. What do? I want to do bike racing. Currently, unfortunately, there's not much. If you want to take your young girl or your young son to a road race, you're going to have to go to one of the local fun rides. And unfortunately, there's not a category for them. So they end up riding the shorter distance race, either with dad or with the club or the worms or whatever. Now, with what we are doing at Eastside Crits, we are creating a platform. If your young daughter wants to start racing bikes, and road in particular, here is an opportunity for her to race. Also, same thing with the elite and masters ladies. There's not many opportunities out there to get on the road. Now, I know the gravel scene has become quite big and the mountain biking scene has become quite big, and a lot of ladies are gravitating towards that, which is cool. It's a great concept, I love it, and I think it's going to grow big in South Africa. But if that's not really your jam and you want something else, you want something more, you want to race in a controlled, safe environment against your own peers, meaning people your own age, people your own ability, Eastside Crits is the perfect place to do it. The crits are not long. The race distances vary 20 or 30 Ks. It is something that we are going to look at increasing as time goes on. But for now, we race a certain amount of laps on a 3.3K lap. Now, I'm extending an invite to all racing junior teams, master teams, elite teams. Next event is Sunday, the 20th of August. I'm asking you guys, please come through, see what it's about. Put a number on and come race. Now, the reason why I am saying this today and going on about this is if we don't increase or do something to increase the level of ladies and junior girls cycling, we are not going to go very far in the sport. Unfortunately, this is a sad reality that when a lot of our locally based girls go race world championships, be it juniors, be it under 23s, if they don't have international exposure, a lot of racing exposure, they get a rude awakening and see what it's about. Our local level of racing needs to increase. So here we are with Gauteng Cycling. We are giving you ladies an opportunity. Please come support this event. It's going to help you. It's going to make you better. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you faster. It's going to upskill you, make you an overall better rider. So again, I say this, Sunday the 20th of August, I extend an invite to all of you. Anyway, that's enough of me ranting and raving for today. See you next time.